Welcome to hell.
Welcome to America, where everything you think you want is always available everywhere you go.
Dude, if you're not exhausted by now, by everything that's going on, if you're not exhausted, I'm just gonna assume you don't even know how to spell it. You just don't, I think you're probably exhausted. You just don't know what it means to be exhausted. Let me try this. Tired. How about
depressed, anxious,
withdrawal? No man would ever marry a woman that's as accessible as America is right now. Everything that shouldn't be accessible is at our fingertips. And we just live in a culture that screams, here for a good time, not for a long time.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know.
I'm not blessed right now. When did the conceptualization of the entirety of life? When do we think about life, right? When do we say 0 to 80? And then we shrunk that, somehow rebranded that into a weekend trip to Mexico. And it's like, unless we plan on committing suicide on Monday, unless we all plan on getting together and guzzling down a pint of arsenic poisoning, I think we all need to get our act together. I think we need to recognize how hijacked our limbic systems are right now, right? Make that trip to our prefrontal cortex and lock in.
I think I know what the problem is, though, right?
I think I know what it is. I think everybody needs to go into timeout and think about their actions since COVID. That's when it all went wrong. That's when it went downhill. COVID is what took self-indulgence to a new level, to a new height. There was too many people self-indulgent, too many people growing there was too many people mentally incapable of thinking about the meaning of life that took that time to start thinking about the meaning of life. And I think it's the case that they've been trying to cope ever since. Now the entire country, right? The entire country is just a whole bunch of NPCs coming off an ayahuasca trip. Just a whole bunch of people. Well, I would say paranoid, but I think like half of the country saw God and, made their amends as you're supposed to, right? But then the other half saw God
and just lost their mind.
For some reason, humans hate being alone, right? Which is circumstantial evidence as to why I might not be human. I love my solitude. I love my isolation. I'll sit in my room in the dark, upright, like in my bed, just back against my headboard, and I'll just be in it. That's me. Most people hate being alone. It seems like without others to validate like their choices, people realize that like they have to create their own meaning. Like they have to take it upon themselves to make sense of reality. And I think it's the case, when you don't know how to do that, when you don't know how to create meaning in life, you just start hanging out with the devil, man. Start asking him for advice. And that's not good, because buddy over there likes to yap. You know what I'm saying? He likes to call upon you, Come enjoy this low-hanging fruit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to start a party that
Will leave you for dead.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a saint. I've been moving in such a manner lately, but there's days where the itch is as loud as ever, like you can hear
the ashiness.
it can be hard to even want to cultivate meaning when you're in a state of survival. And the state of affairs in this country, in America, it should make every thinking man worried. Like for me, the culture got so toxic that my brain nowadays rejects all forms of fun. Anything that looks like I'm gonna enjoy myself, I just walk away from it. And that's really for me personally, like I just see it as a threat to whatever stability I think I might have right now, I feel like now's not the time to move a muscle. Like stand still, buddy. If you're gonna make a move into the unknown, if you're gonna try something, be real cautious. You know what I'm saying? Step into that fringe with God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out there, but get out there with God. Do not get out there by yourself. Like I used to live in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that things could kind of be, kind of this, kind of that, and just really, I don't know, but like that kind of excuse me mentality where you kind of like slide in, kind of excuse me,
Dude, I live life in a straitjacket now.
Dude, like I'm so closed up, like, and partially I think that's probably why I might, maybe, who knows, not really gonna ask, but suggesting that I could be going crazy. That's neither here nor there. I want to blame my youth for being attracted to all this low-hanging fruit in America right now, but I don't know.
I think it might be the government's fault.
But even though that might be the truth, I think it still remains my responsibility. I have to take responsibility for my being and how I choose to position myself and approach this vast world, you know. There's a lot of things in which might be reason to fall below the status quo, right? Your character is defined in moments of suffering, right? In moments of, like, when you're asked to be the least of yourself, your character is defined by taking that suggestion and then living more, right? And then living above that, and then living in such a manner that completely just, I don't want to say wipes out, but, you know, deals in a courageous manner. But yeah, I think that's the individual's responsibility to take it upon themselves. Again, our limbic system has been hijacked. I completely agree. But I've been in isolation recently. You know, I've been away from social media, away from just really anything that's deprives me of a true meaningful existence, you know. Anyways, hey, subscribe and like and share and comment. Definitely comment. If you're not gonna do any of those other things, comment. You know, I look, add to the yap, bro. Add to the yap.